Hello and welcome to RC and thanks for stopping by. For normal, I don't do reviews about radios because there are a lot about out there and everyone has his personal favorite. But this guy here is very nice. I was very surprised by the functions it has. In this video I show you everything about the features of this radio, but I don't go too much into deep and put a link of the manual, which is available on the internet in the description of this video. So let's start with the box. On the front we have the features. It says 2.4 gigahertz, 7 channels. It's a range of 150 meters. Ball bearings. I think the steering wheel is ball raised, so they mention it. It can be used indoors and outdoors. You need 4 AA batteries. It has a receiver and the receiver has a gyro too. In the box you get the transmitter, the receiver, a carrying strap, and to this here I come later. Here we have some more features and different languages. Same here. Here's the content and extra accessories you can buy. So that's everything about the box. Now I show you the transmitter. So for the transmitter, it feels very good, very grippy. This is nice. Here's the LCD display. Here's the battery door and a second door to which I come at the end of this video. I start with the channels. Channel number 1 is the steering, as always. Channel number 2, we have the throttle. For channel 3, this is meant for rear steering on crawlers. This button does only left or right and no middle position. You can use it as a switch too, but it's not a proportional channel. For this there is a crawl mode. I come to it later. Then we have here the steering dual rate on a quick button. Right above is a 3-point switch for the channel 4. Then we here have the channel number 5, which is complete linear, like the channel number 6. And here, this little button is channel number 7, which is only on and off. In addition, here's the steering trim and the throttle trim on a quick button. This is the antenna. This is a nice feature, but I don't know if I have to need this. On top there are 5 other switches, and for this, okay, we have a power switch here. We have a stopwatch. Start, stop, start again. Press long and it resets. LED. This transmitter has a flashlight, which is very cool if you're driving at night. Nice little extra feature. Here's the button for the cruise control. Before I get to the cruise control button, I have to show you 2 things. First, this line here. This shows you how far you go to the front. In reverse, there is no showing. And you have here 3 LEDs into it, which show how far you pull the throttle. This works in both directions, this only in the front. If you're driving, and let's say we are here at 55%, release the trigger and you already go on cruising. If you pull the trigger forward, nothing will happen. As soon as you go backwards or in reverse, the cruise control is gone. This also can be done by pushing the button. And the last button is the back button. If you are on programming, you can go always back with this. One little thing before I get to the programming is here the crawling mode or crawler mode. This is for the channel 3 button. You can define in the programming which mode you prefer, and there it stays. But if you switch around, the last one you had used stayed. So a short overview: front wheel steering, rear wheel steering, grab walk, all wheel steering. This is my favorite. I turn it now into mode B, rear wheel steering. If I shut it off and do it on again, it's in the last I had done. The programming of this radio is very intuitive. You have this wheel here right in the middle. For the selection, you have to scroll it, and to enter the menu, you just have to press it. And now I show you what is in the menu. First point is the model slot. Here you can see only the number blinks. You have 15 slots or 15 models which you can program into this radio. The next thing is the name of the model. Therefore you have 3 letters or numbers. Which also can be chosen. And with every press of the wheel, you get one step further. The next thing is a trim. Therefore, there are quick buttons here for the steering and the throttle, but you can also do a programming here in the radio for channel 1, channel 2, which is the throttle, the 3rd, the 4th, and that was it. Only 4 channels can be trimmed. Pretty easy. The next thing is dual rate. Therefore, you can only use the first and the second channel, the steering and the throttle. %100% is the maximum, and then you can go down. EPA is the adjustment of the servo treble. Here can you go up to 120%. The next thing is the exponential function. Here it's only steering and throttle again, forward and backward. Positive and negative. It's nice that you can select the forward and the reverse section. The next thing is the reverser for steering, throttle, up to 6 channels. Normal and reverse. Then we have the ABS modus, which is a brake. There's no adjustment, just on and off. Then we have the crawl mode. This is for the 3rd channel. You can define if you shut it off. But keep in mind, as soon as you shut it off, the servo, which is on the 3rd channel, will be either on the left or on the right side. There's no middle adjustment. And you can pre-select the steering mode you like. Front wheel steering, rear wheel steering, grab walk, and my favorite, all wheel steering. The next thing is SVC, or Smart Vehicle Control. This is a gyro. You can only use this function if you use a fitting receiver for this radio. No other receiver will work with this. You can turn it off. And if you turn it on, you have up to 15 settings. The higher the number, the greater the range of the control. This is a fail-safe mode. You have two options. For steering, move the wheel as you want to and then confirm it by pressing. Or the same on the throttle with the trigger. This is a reset where you can put it back to the settings from the factory. And now we get to a very nice extra function. This is a voltage mode. Therefore we have this extra compartment down here. And here you see the thing which was in the box too. Here are sockets for the balance cables of a 2S and a 3S LiPo. This is a whole battery, 7.7 volts. And if I turn the wheel, on cell 1 there are 3.8 volts, and on the second cell there are 3.9 volts. Pretty cool. And the last point of the menu is a temperature measurement. Therefore is this sensor in the kit. You can see this is Celsius, 31 degrees, 30 degrees. We have summer. And you can see it rises up because I press it between my fingers. And we are back at the beginning. So my resuming is, this is a very cool transmitter or radio system. It has nice and a lot of extra features like the flashlight, the crawling mode, the carrying strip, and so on and so on. This is more useful for cars, crawlers especially, or for racing and drift cars too, because there is a gyro in and you have a lot of adjustments for the steering, exponential, and so on and so on. What I'm thinking is not so nice is this antenna feature. This might wear out sometime, but you can put the antenna in the working position and leave it there. One thing which also isn't so cool is the battery compartment. The batteries sit very tight, especially if you use rechargeable batteries. You can change these 4 AA batteries into a normal pack. There is a red JR plug behind this. But the thing is, these slots are way too tight. You have to use a tool, a screwdriver or something else, and push the batteries towards the positive side. But as soon as you have this done, the batteries stay in place and you're good to go. And then there are some other things. It's too much specified for cars, and it's not nice that you cannot use the trim only for the first 4 channels. Even if you're here on the 7th channel and just can put it on and off. If you use a servo and the arm isn't in the position where you want him, you have to trim it. This isn't possible here. Same on dual rate, and exponential is only for the first 2 channels available. And the last thing, and then I'm done with complaining, are these LEDs. What for? I mean, if you drive a car, you look at the car. Or if you drive a fast car, you look a few meters in front of the car so that you don't get an accident. You don't look on these LEDs. So it's nice to have, but I don't see any sense in it. And the big pro of this system is it's only 60 bucks. Therefore, you get a lot of features, extra stuff, and a system which works very good. This is a great system for me and for my use on the CR01 crawler. I already ordered a second receiver because I want to use a gyro for my car in the Poor Boys RC Speedrun Challenge 2024. So please let me know what you think about this system. Or if you got some further questions, the comment section is yours. And as always, please like, share and subscribe. This really helped me out. See you soon on RC Birds.